is hoped, the introduction of these awards is hoped will improve the integration of migrants and foreign nationals within South African communities. This initiative is one of the key enablers for tolerance, social cohesion and integration in South Africa. The official program now getting underway. Let's go inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2016 edition of the Department of Home Affairs Mkhaya Migrants Awards. Your program directors for the evening are talk radio personalities Ayanda Alipane, in the good company of the remarkable Sizwe Hlomo. Please give them a warm round of applause.
Woo, woo. What a way to start the show. I taught those dancers everything they know, you know that.
Please show us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll show you guys later. Good evening to you. Not a lot of enthusiasm. Might I remind you, we are here to celebrate the continent and its best. So I think a little bit more oomph. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, almost there. Dumelang, Molweni, Sanbonani, which else? Ralocha, Abshen, Dumategwan. Who am I forgetting?
Man, you went through all of them. I don't know now. What's left? Sanbonani, I guess?
Yeah, we haven't greeted our brothers and sisters from the rest of the continent?
Ah, if you speak French, bonjour.
Bonjour, comment estás?
Jumbo? What else? Oh, how far? Very simply, hola.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ayanda Ali Payne. It is indeed a privilege and an honor to be with you today. I am one of the program directors, and as you can see, I am not alone. Sizwe Lomo is here to keep me company and help navigate this evening's proceedings.
Thank you very much for that, Ayanda. So, first things first, gone are the days where guests would be asked to switch off their phones at an event. In fact, we'd like you guys to please keep your phones on. Take as many pictures as you can. Tweet about us if you want. We've got a hashtag, Mkhaya Awards. The only thing, though, is put your phone in silent, please. And then if you can, switch off the flash, because we are broadcasting live, and the flash can actually affect the lighting a little bit. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you're looking for an emergency exit, if you look to your left or to your right, they are clearly marked. For anybody that's a smoker, there are designated smoking areas to my right. I think it'll be your left because you guys are facing us. The third thing is restrooms. This way to the left, you'll be able to see them. But then if you do leave and then you come back into a venue, please stick to the seating arrangement and observe all the protocol.
Indeed. Once again, a warm welcome to you, and thank you so much, Sizwe. Hey, to those who are watching us at home, you are not forgotten. You are very, very much loved and appreciated. Mkhaya, thank you so much for joining us, and a warm welcome to you as well. We're coming to you live from our venue this evening, which is Monte-casino in Johannesburg. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to follow protocol and make sure that it is observed. Let us acknowledge in our presence here tonight, Minister of Home Affairs, as well as the founder, the custodian, hashtag Mureki, for tonight, the Mkhaya Migrants Awards custodian, the Honorable Mr. Malusi Gigaba, his fellow members of the Cabinet, Deputy Minister Fatima Chauhan, members of the Diplomatic Corps, corporate executives here present, eminent members of the adjudication panel, inclusive of all dignitaries and celebrities here tonight, all protocol observed.
Absolutely. Now, in sticking to tradition, we will now open tonight's proceedings with the singing of two national anthems. We'll start off with the AU anthem, and then we'll move on to the South African anthem. Please feel free to sing along. And I think, without further ado, let's get the proceedings proceeding this evening.
Let us all unite and celebrate together the victories won for our liberation. Let us dedicate ourselves to rise together to defend our liberty and unity. Oh, sons and daughters of Africa, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Africa the tree of life. Shabasa
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You may take your seats.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, to officially begin proceedings, we're going to begin with our keynote address. Now, Sizwe, I don't know if you know this. I'm from Soweto, so culturally, that's my frame of reference.
Okay.
So to welcome our keynote address, which will be delivered by the Minister of Home Affairs, I'm going to welcome him Kasi style. I'm
Okay.
going to be an umbongi waselokshin. I'm not going to attempt his tagazelo because I know I'm going to butcher it. But I'm going to need your assistance here.
So what do I do?
So
Zokikiza?
I will, yes, you can just lilizela and all those things.
Okay, cool.
I would like to say, yeah, now babes, wama ID, na ma passport, ganyo na ma birth certificate, yeah, na wam swengo, onda ikotini, yeah, na mureki, rekasi mubori. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister Malusi Kigaba.
That was proper.
Honorable Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, distinguished guests, fellow South Africans. Tonight we have convened to honor those who have distinguished themselves in different categories of our national life and who, by their actions, have elevated our country's name and its humanity, Ubuntu, beyond our national borders. Their actions extend beyond what is happening tonight. And long after tonight's ceremonies have passed, peoples of the world will continue to talk about what we are doing as South Africans to extend the frontiers of freedom and peace, to live up to and continue to give new meaning to the spirit of Ubuntu, as well as to contribute towards the colossal effort of African unity. Tonight's celebrations highlight the fact that international migration, and particularly immigration, does make a positive contribution to every aspect of our national life. As tonight's awards will demonstrate, these are not broad generalizations we are making, but are facts demonstrated by real living individuals that are making their mark on the South African economy in sport, in arts and culture, and as NGOs, both in our country and abroad. These awards will further demonstrate that South Africa is a cosmopolitan, diverse and dynamic society that has opened its arms to the world, is welcoming of foreign nationals in our midst, and that lives according to the highest ideals of our constitution and struggle. Towards this effect, we will also honor two important categories. That is, a South African community that has integrated well with immigrants, dispelling by their actions the generalized myth that South Africans are xenophobic and particularly Afrophobic. We will also honor a South African or groups of South Africans making a positive contribution abroad, flying the flag of our country in foreign lands, helping to underscore our internationalist spirit. This year, we introduce a new category targeted at young South Africans in universities, those who have demonstrated a deep understanding of the role of international migration towards enhancing South Africa's social cohesion. We will announce 10 young South African finalists selected after the essay competition we ran alongside the International Organization of Migration that will embark on an all-expenses-paid trip to Addis Ababa in Ethiopia, the seat of the African Union, to visit the AU headquarters on a learning excursion, and to enhance their own understanding of the AU work and of the concept of African unity. South Africa has become a major point of origin, transit, and destination in the continent. We have become a preferred destination for investors. Major conglomerates in manufacturing and service industries are establishing their regional offices and/or assembly plants in South Africa. And foreign companies seeking to invest in Africa are increasingly using South Africa as a base to explore business opportunities in other African countries. South African companies are increasingly expanding their businesses into other countries in Africa, and our investments and exports are increasingly growing. To underscore our integration into the African continent, Most immigrants we receive annually, including asylum seekers, are from the continent of Africa. At the same time, many South Africans have taken advantage of globalization and have migrated to various developing and developed countries. Accordingly, the South African diaspora abroad can contribute to the achievement of national goals more than is presently the case. Yet, current national thinking and attitudes to international migration are influenced by an unproductive debate between those who call for stricter immigration controls and those who call for controls to be wholesale relaxed. The discourse is in general characterized by strong emotions, stereotypes, unreliable anecdotes, and contested statistics, and a futile debate between economic growth and security imperatives. International migration must clearly advance our economic interests and national security, and at the same time it must deepen both our humanity and diversity, that is social cohesion. Similarly, contributing to the economic development of our region and continent as a whole, in line with our long-standing Africa-oriented foreign policy, is in our enlightened self-interest. Therefore, South Africa's international migration policies must be aligned with our international relations policy and therefore must be Afrocentric. The vision that we are proposing is one which holds that South Africa should embrace international migration for development. The fact is that it is neither desirable nor possible to stop international migration. What we need to do is manage it to realize its benefits. Importantly, the efficient and secure management of international migration is the responsibility of individual countries, all countries, collectively as well as regional structures. In addition, the management of international migration must become a whole of government and whole of society responsibility, outlining the responsibilities of the state, civil society, partners, individual citizens and foreign nationals in South Africa with regard to migration. Tonight's awards contribute towards these broad and comprehensive policy approaches. I wish to thank our sponsors for helping us make these awards possible. Finally, I wish to take this opportunity to congratulate all the nominees for the awards and particularly the winners. Your stories inspire us and make us strive to be better people in our fields of endeavor. And I thank you very much.
Another round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. I think it is indeed warranted. Thank you so much to the Honorable Minister. I feel that you have, in your words, aptly captured the essence of this occasion and set the tone for this occasion, because this is, as I mentioned, the second Mkhaya Migrants Awards. And as we approach the apex of our order of business tonight, ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that next up is something quite special, and I know the Minister alluded to it in his speech. It is this year's Mkhaya Migrants Awards, the handing over of prizes to the deserving winners of the IOM Essay and Multimedia competition. Dialogue and discussion of the issues that we face is absolutely critical. The International Organization for Migration, otherwise known as IOM, is a dynamic and growing intergovernmental organization. Now listen to this. It has 151 member states. It's committed to the principle that humane and orderly migration benefits migrants and society at large. It was established in 1951. I hope you're paying attention, Susan. I'm going to crit you on this a bit later. I'll ask you the quiz. But it has a long-standing history, ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, 1951, and now active in over 440 field locations nationwide. IOM works with partners, government, and civil society. It does quite a number of things. It assists in meeting the operational challenges of migration and mobility. It also advances understanding of migration issues. It encourages social and economic development through migration and upholds the human dignity and well-being of migrants and mobile populations. So IOM has partnered with the Department of Home Affairs to run an essay and multimedia competition for young people between the ages of 18 and 30. I'm not going to ask you if you fall into that bracket.
I just missed it by like a year and a half
but
or something.
I think, yeah, I also just narrowly missed it as well. But I think, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause is warranted for the IOM as well.
And so then, ladies and gentlemen, the competition themed Migrants' Contribution to Our Communities, Country and Continent is aimed at young people currently enrolled in institutions of higher learning. And to hand over the winners' prizes, please welcome IOM's Regional Director, Mr. Josiah Ogina. I'll read out the names as well of all the people who will be receiving the awards while you wait for Mr. Josiah to get on stage. From University of Western Cape, Vuyorazi Mioli. Vuyorazi? Zamakele Dlamini from University of the Free State. Sakile Gumete, Durban University of Technology. Tulisile Buzani, UNISA. Asanda Luata, also UNISA. Unatin Judu, University of Johannesburg. Awande Duma, Monash University. Anisa H. Ibrahim, UNISA. Ntlagani Potlongwane, Rhodes University. And Pumelelo Pungula, University of KwaZulu-Natal. Is Mr. Ogina here with us? It doesn't seem like he is. Oh, maybe he is. Oh, there he is. Sorry about that.
Your Excellencies, the Honorable Minister for Home Affairs, the Honorable members of the Diplomatic Corps, Honorable guests that are present tonight, it is my pleasure and honor to present to you the awards of those who made a successful competition in the essay. Good evening. And I would like to take this great opportunity to really thank the Honorable Minister for Home Affairs in partnership with IOM to make this a reality. Furthermore, I would like to congratulate all of you, those who are here tonight and standing in front of us here today, and who have gone through a very competitive process in trying to really make us realize a good evening in terms of their essays. I do hope that this occasion will be really momentous occasion and signify the start of a strong partnership with all the students and also at the lower level in high schools. Members of this honorable occasion, I would also want to really call the names of the students who did participate in this process. And here I have their certificates. I would like to provide your certificates. I'm not sure if I've put them in order, but before doing that, just as the ministers have said, we have partnered with the Minister of Home Affairs in this competition to honor the students, to see how much they do understand the international migration. The essays were excellent, and one of the key things that we like to do is to support the same students to have a trip to the African Union headquarters in Addis Ababa for at least 3 days to understand the seat of African, where governments and heads of state make decisions, both economic, political, and social decisions that affect all of us. We'd also want them to go and understand how Ethiopia has been a country of historical significance in this continent, the only country in the continent that was never colonized, at least except for the 3 years that Italy was there. So they would have a lot to also to learn there. We'd also want them to go, have a chance to see another cradle of humankind, Lucy, in Addis Ababa. So there's much to learn among these students. So without much ado, I would like to call upon Sakile Gumede to receive her certificate. Sakile, please. Second, I think you'll excuse me if I have a challenge in pronouncing the names, but Polongwane, no feel. Polongwane, I can't. That should be the last one I have here. I think US is Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Mr. Agina.
Congratulations to you all, and I think job well done. Yes, another round of applause is warranted. And just a small word of warning to the winners, please be careful of those fair weather friends that are only now going to associate with you because you are award winning. We all know the only friend you have in this room is me. So if there's any money attached to that prize, call a girl, call a friend.
There is no money, but I'm sensing a story. I think maybe you had no friends until you became famous, huh?
Well, you know, really, I think in isiZulu bathini izandla ziyagezana, ne? Yeah, so now that they're award winning, I want to associate myself with the winners.
Okay, makes sense. So here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick ad break. It's going to take us maybe 30 seconds or so. Feel free to have a sip of whatever you're sipping on. Maybe if you need a restroom, be quick, but then we'll be right back in 30 seconds, like we said.
It's more than a gift, it's capturing summer magic. Get a Galaxy S7 Edge with Tab 3 Lite bundle for $6.99 per month on My MTN Choice Flexi 200. Plus your choice of a Gear VR or an accessory kit. The Galaxy S7 Edge, now in blue coral.
Beautiful night of festivities, celebrations galore. It is such a wonderful thing indeed.
Absolutely. So as Ayanda was saying, tonight is all about celebrating. Tonight is all about celebrating our diversity, right, as different nations in Africa. And so with the first performance of the evening, I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy this lady's music. She performs extremely well. It's the first time she's come on stage tonight. Give her a warm round of applause. Make her feel welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Without further ado, please welcome on stage the one and only Kelly Kumalo.
Coming up next, the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards for sports.
Woo! My goodness, what talent. Another round of applause for Kelly, please, ladies and gentlemen. Dynamite, I
That's
tell
a voice,
you.
eh?
Dynamite, absolutely explosive, wonderful. But now, speaking of talent, let's change gears a little bit and focus on sport. For centuries, sport has played a pivotal role in bridging diversity and uniting people across nationality, race, ethnicity, and even religion. And indeed, it is commonplace that many sportsmen and women have left their countries of birth and they go to claim fame and fortune in adoptive countries far away from home. And in the process, they become household names and earn themselves adoration from supporters in their adoptive countries. Now, some some even attain the status of demigods. And I'll list just a few. Some of the foremost migrant sports people to have plied their trade in Mzansi, achieving great success and earning cult-like status among local sports followers include the likes of last year's winner. This is William Okpara, the likes of Rafael Chukwu, and I know you're a Chiefs fan, so you'll know this name very well, Collins Mbesuma. Do you know any other people?
Let me tell you something, right? 2004, 2005, every Kaizer Chiefs fan had the time of their lives because every time Mbesuma touched the ball, there was a goal. So we just loved it. It was amazing.
I hear some naysayers in the audience there. Let's move along swiftly.
Yeah, man. So the sports category celebrates individuals who have used their role in sports to unify communities and in the process make a positive impact on social integration. To present the 2016 Mkhaya Migrant Award for the sports category, please welcome on stage our presenters. DHA Director General, Mr. Mkhaya Migrants, assisted by Nike Brand Director and British National, Mr. Kemi Benjamin.
Good evening, Mkhaya. What an honor to be part of this epic marking occasion. And we all have Honorable Minister Gigaba and his team at DHA to thank for it.
Thank you. We are indeed humbled to be in the company of some of the most esteemed fellow Africans, people who are working hard every single day to make Africa as great as possible. The nominees for the sports category in the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards are:
the nominees for the sports category in the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards are Christina Gwetang Ambadiang, Johan Dazel, Kama Billiard.
And the winner of the 2016 Mkhaya Migrant Awards sport category is Kama Billiard.
Unfortunately, Karma can't be with us tonight. He's in Japan. We know what he's doing over there. So we'll hold on to this award for him now, and I'm sure he'll accept it when he gets back. Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, thank you so very much to you, Kemi, and to the DG Upleni as well. Congratulations in absentia to our winner.
Absolutely. Now, just like sports, arts and culture is a powerful tool and catalyst for social integration, acting to break down all social barriers and prejudice. Arts, culture, and heritage are integral to the social life of communities with capacity to deliver developmental, social, transformative value. And also, the arts and cultural creative industries are critical role players in shaping, preserving a common identity, fostering social integration and inclusion in communities and society at large. They also promote moral generation and also building a nation based on unity and equality.
Extremely important that. Now, this category recognizes the individual who has made a significant contribution in the area of arts and culture in South Africa for promoting things that Sizwe has already touched on, the likes of unity, tolerance, integration, and stimulating progressive dialogue that enhances social cohesion.
To present the 2016 Mkhaya Migrant Award winner in the arts and culture category, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage someone who needs no introduction, but then of course we'll go ahead and introduce her nonetheless. An icon when it comes to performing arts, Mami Yvonne Chaka Chaka, accompanied by the effervescent DJ Fresh.
Thank you, Ayanda. Thank you, Sizwe. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Bonjour. Bonjour, Madame et Monsieur. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much, Africa. It gives me an immeasurable pleasure to be presenting this award in a category that has been and always will be a life passion, making positive social statements through arts and culture so that we can all share the goodwill in the motherland or Mother Africa.
Permission to ignore the auto cue?
That's fine.
I was 10. I was her fan. Now I'm on stage with her. This is, for me, this is a big deal. That's all I've wanted to do since I was 10. Leave me alone. Let's recap the nominees for the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards in the category of Arts and Culture.
Let's recap the nominees for the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards in the category of Arts and Culture. Chiedza Mende, Delphina Raimundo Mungwambe, Ali Kiba,
Ladies and gentlemen, a mother will not be accused of kissing her son, but the winner is
Delphina Esther Raimundo Mungwambe.
Muito obrigada. Thank you, and thank you, Mkhaya Healings, a call healing program. Thank you.
Tudo bem.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause once again for our winner. And thank you very much to my Yvonne and her biggest fan, literally DJ Fresh.
Hashtag that.
Absolutely. Now, as we salute a category winner, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage one of South Africa's most recognized voices, an Afro-pop pioneer, you'll know from the group Bongo Muffin, a multi-award-winning and highly accomplished solo artist who represents all that is great about our music in the past, and also the promise of its immortality going into the future. There's no dictionary in the world that has enough adjectives to describe the beauty of Sunday Samazwa's musical finesse, so please welcome on stage and get entranced.
Mkhaya Migrants Award for Civil Society, non-governmental category.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's hear it for Thandiswa. Absolutely amazing. You know, there's a part in her song where she says, Monte-casino. I feel like she should say Thandiswa as well and recognize herself as one of the formidable female voices in our country. She's absolutely, absolutely amazing. Well, now, I know, you travel a lot, you're never settled, you're always going places, but you travel as a tourist, right? So
True.
It's got some perks, but can you imagine some of the issues that you face as a tourist? And imagine some of those issues magnified, I believe maybe even 100 times over, as a displaced person, finding your way in a foreign country without any support mechanism whatsoever, or structures that help you find social acceptance, that enable you to develop some measure of self-sustenance. It can be such a daunting event to a point where it precipitates an abject sense of helplessness, of hopelessness. So international bodies like the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, or the UNHCR, as well as the International Organization for Migration, work tirelessly to alleviate the plight of displaced people all over the world.
True indeed, man. And so in creating this category, the DHA saw it fit to recognize and reward ordinary people working through civil society, or NGOs, to augment the value of the work that the UNHCR and the IOM have long been championing. The Mkhaya Migrants Award in the category of civil society / non-governmental organization honors an individual who works in civil society to advance the development of fellow migrants, thus contributing to a united and developing South Africa.
So ladies and gentlemen, presenting the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Award in the category of civil society, or NGO, please welcome on stage Mr. Richard Otis from IOM, together with Weza Solange, hailing all the way from Angola.
Thank you. One of the greatest sons of Africa, Kwame Nkrumah, once said, and I quote, "The forces that unite us are intrinsic and greater than the superimposed influences that keep us apart."
Good evening, everyone. I'll be pulling a DJ Fresh out here and totally ignoring the auto cue. I'd like to say boa noite, which means good evening in Portuguese. I'm from Angola, and I have been living here in South Africa, so an event like this really touches dear to my heart. Congratulations to the Minister for this great initiative. It really does make a difference in knowing that both the South Africans that I know in Angola and knowing that Angolans here can see that we are welcome and have always been welcome here, and it's an honor to certainly be here. Thank you for the great work. Thank you to South Africa to always receiving me so well, and to the nominees that have been doing a great work. They really are the ones that are accelerating the dream of Nelson Mandela, which is the dream of having an Africa that is at peace with itself. With that said, the nominees in the category that best captures the shared vision of these African icons are.
And the nominees in the category that best captures the shared vision of these African icons are Abdikadir Khalif Mohammed, Matthew Mensah, Pius Okiror.
And the winner of the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards in the category of civil society or NGO is?
Please forgive me if I butcher your name. Abdikadir Khalif Mohammed.
Molweni, Sabonani, Hamjambo, Galabon accent. There's no one, unfortunately, speaking Somali. I'm the only one, I think. But I wish I could be speaking an African language that we all speak. But unfortunately, we all speak English so that we understand each other. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Minister of Home Affairs, Honorable Malusi Gigaba, the Deputy Minister, the Director General, whom we engaged so many times, and all the dignitaries. And I would like to say thank you very much for initiating this program. It's really an inspiration for me and for anyone else who is in the civil society category, because we never thought our efforts are recognized. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations, and thank you very much to our guest presenters as well. Ladies and gentlemen, TV things, yet again. We're going to take a quick break, 30 seconds. These are the guys that pay the bills, and we come back, we'll continue with the programming.
It's more than a gift, it's capturing summer magic. Get a Galaxy S7 Edge with Tab 3 Lite bundle for $6.99 per month on My MTN Choice Flexi 200. Plus your choice of a Gear VR or an accessory kit. The Galaxy S7 Edge, now in blue coral.
Wars, dictatorships, poverty, disease, all things African, right? Wrong. Good evening, I'm Kemi Benjamin, Category Brand Director for Nike Africa, and I'm an immigrant. I love everything African, what Africa is about and what's happening here tonight. The Africa that I love and the Africa of the future. It's one of life's indisputable truths that in one way or another, we are all immigrants, but above all else, we are all products of the same seed. The Mkhaya Migrant Awards goes a long way to affirm our sameness, and through endeavours such as these, that we can build the kind of Africa we can all love. An Africa that will work forever nurture its youth and truly unlock their potential.
Next up, the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Award for Business.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the most critical role for business in the socio-economic development space has to be the integration of societal improvement into economic value creation. Now, it is therefore it behoves business to develop policies and practices that enhance their competitiveness, but also simultaneously advances social and economic conditions in the communities within which they operate, thus creating shared value.
So the AU created NEPAD as a vehicle for sustainable economic development and growth on the continent by harnessing the power of government/private sector partnerships. And many South African companies have taken advantage of this opportunity and ventured deep into the continent for their companies to succeed. The opportunities presented by NEPAD platform and its affiliate programs, well, you know, they're really invaluable, man. And for me, I'd say it's a process of contributing to the creation of shared value at a continental level.
I love it. Now, all of this underlined by their recognition of and quest to make a significant contribution to the overall National Development Plan, prerogatives that link social, local, economic growth to the overall African economic development perspective. And I think 10 out of 10 for that. Or the business category, ladies and gentlemen, celebrates an individual whose business is aligned to the National Development Plan and encompasses the key focus areas of economic development and job creation. To present this category, I'm sorry, you're just about to be outnumbered by some women on the stage who are making waves in the business fraternity. Female powerhouses in South Africa's economy. I am pleased to welcome Ms. Khanyi Dlomo, founder and CEO of Ndalo Media. She'll be sharing the stage with Ms. Carolyn Steyn, founder of 67 Blankets for Nelson Mandela. Now, because she's out there, women, an extra loud round of applause. Come on now. Yes.
Thank you very much, Ayanda and Sizwe. Sanbonani nonke. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs.
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. C'est un grand plaisir d'être ici ce soir avec les gens connus et très importants comme les ministres. Merci.
It's indeed an honor to be here at these awards, which remind us that a united Africa is a powerful Africa. And I think we should give the Department of Home Affairs a round of applause for that important reminder. Despite their good intentions, many businesses today are still missing an opportunity to integrate social responsibility and day-to-day business objectives to do good and make money simultaneously.
Well, investing in social development programs plays a critical role in people upliftment and significantly improves community readiness to participate in economic activity, which augurs well for businesses all round, making it a win-win equation.
The nominees for businesses that recognize the value of social investment programs, and most of all, the preparedness to be part of the National Economic Development Plan championing creed are:
The nominees for businesses that recognize the value of social investment programs, and most of all, the preparedness to be part of the National Economic Development Championing Creed are Shoaib Iqbal of Bliss Chemicals, Amanda Jane Wide of Umsinzi Healthcare, Alec Nyatanga,
And the winner of the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Award for the business category is Shoaib Iqbal.
Well, congratulations once again, and job well done. We say in Nguni languages, nangomso. So don't tire, continue to do good. Ladies and gentlemen, song and dance as music has been known as an aphrodisiac, the essence of life itself. So prepare to be inspired. And not only that, the next act is sure to have you spellbound. Hailing all the way from Tanzania, singer, songwriter, record producer, and definitely the future of music in Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause and help me welcome multi-award winner, including winner of Best African Act in the 2016 MTV EMAs. Who am I talking about, Sizwe?
You are, of course, talking about Ali Kiba. Yep.
Thank you so much.
The next category in the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards is Most Integrated Community.
Alikiba, ladies and gentlemen, and before we proceed, there's actually a band backstage that's playing, and I think we need to give these guys a round of applause. They've been playing throughout the evening, and they're really doing a splendid job. Splendid job. Now, these awards, as I'm sure you guys can see, are sizzling. The talent just keeps improving. Tonight, we're going to party. We far from over, and it's going to be...
Osaka.
Yes.
We're getting down.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
You more than me, because I can't really dance as well as you can, but it's going to be cool either way.
Thanks for volunteering me.
But of course, it's what Africa's all about. Great people, great talent. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 more items on the main program, and then we're going to come to the end of this explosive evening. But don't forget, we're still going on live on SABC News, DSTV channel 404.
Indeed. Now back to the business of the evening. The UNHCR and the IOM work tirelessly, notwithstanding notable and vitally important work done by immigrants working through civil society and NGOs to help to integrate fellow immigrants into the South African communities, can not only achieve the desired results if there is local support for these initiatives. Now, South African citizens who are committed to ensuring that the communities they live in are receptive to foreign nationals who come to settle in their midst, and go to great lengths to ensure that these fellow Africans are afforded the status of fully fledged community members who enjoy the same benefits and rights as any other member of their community, are the real unsung heroes in the process of undergoing social harmony in communities that are microcosms of ethnic diversity.
Absolutely, and this category honors communities or individuals who spearhead initiatives that demonstrate the spirits of Ubuntu towards migrants and foreign nationals by actively promoting tolerance, integration, unity, and social cohesion. Taking the stage to present the award for 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards in the Most Integrated Community category, please welcome UN High Commissioner for Refugees, Mayor Veronica Mudli-Ebi, together with Ms. Sophie Ndaba.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to be here. And in fact, in my 19 years working with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, this is the first duty station or country where I have had the opportunity of having the migrant events for migrants and refugees. So Minister Gigaba, thank you very much, and your team. It's never happened anywhere, so thank you. This is a pace setter. South Africa is indeed a pace setter. Halal, halala, ma Africa, halala.
Halala, ma Africa, halala.
Okay, halala, ma Africa, halala. Viva Africa.
Viva.
Being part of this event brings to mind a statement by one of the famous activists for freedom and social justice in the African diaspora, Marcus Garvey, when he said, "The black skin is not a badge of shame, but rather a glorious symbol of national greatness."
Yes, indeed, Honorable Minister Gigaba, and the DHA is a demonstration of South Africa's commitment to our African heritage and its refusal to let the colonial past be the predominant voice in the narration of our history.
To know our past is to know who we are. And to know who we are is to embrace those of our diaspora as our brothers and sisters. The nominees for the categories of Most Integrated Community in the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards are...
The nominees for the category of Most Integrated Community in the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Awards are Abel Mutupi Malebye, Temelihle Crisis Committee, Tisetso Tiba,
And the winner is Tembelihle Crisis Community. I guess I got it.
Tembelihle, yes. You got it right.
evening. Thanks to the organizers of this event. And I also want to thank Plan Act, an NGO which has linked us or brought our work to the attention of the department. But most importantly, I want to thank our community for heeding our organization's call for not attacking immigrants whenever we had service delivery protests directed at government for services. So we are grateful. Thanks a lot.
Next up, and the main category of the 2016 Mkhaya Migrants Award, the OR Tambo Award.
Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is the big one. Any nation that exports anything of value invariably becomes a recognized member of the global community. However, we should note that, very importantly so, value export is not just about the exportation of commercial goods and services, but is necessarily inclusive of the export of goodwill and humanitarian interventions.
Absolutely, and now the principles of the right to self-determination, sanctity of life, freedom and justice for all humanity were central to the philosophy of the late Oliver Reginald Tambo and the cornerstone to his commitment to the fight for just and free society in South Africa, right? It's free of all prejudice and degradation. And OR Tambo shared this vision with all of us in his living years and ensured that it becomes a legacy in South Africa that we can all be proud of. He can, through us, share his vision further of a just and caring society within all the African diaspora. And whenever we, the people of South Africa, export and speak of Ubuntu, we are indeed ensuring that the ideas of OR Tambo live on through our actions.
Indeed, the OR Tambo Award honors the prominent role of South African citizens who dedicate their time and resources working beyond our borders to further the ideals of the late great OR Tambo by providing critical interventions to people in distress, those in material need, those affected by strife or any other forms of social crisis. The category nominees are
The category nominees are Khuthatso Mokoena, Nokwanda Mngeni, Dineo Meko.
And ladies and gentlemen, to present the Mkhaya Migrant Award winner in the OR Tambo category, allow me to reintroduce our host this evening, Minister of Home Affairs, Mr. Malusi Gigaba.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening again. Bonsoir. Boa notte. OR Tambo was a man who understood that apartheid was more than merely a problem for black South Africans, but rather a human crisis of global proportions. It is this understanding that drove him to reach beyond the boundaries of South Africa, rallying support against injustice. Among the unforgettable ideas of President OR Tambo is the idea that change can never be too inward. Change requires collaboration, an expansion of moral imagination, and a wider knowledge of worldly matters. Through this award, we acknowledge those South Africans who have reached out beyond our South African boundaries to expand our ideas and to contribute towards a better world. This year's recipient of the Mkhaya Migrants Award in the category of OR Tambo is, I nearly read the wrong one. It is Dineo Meko. allowed to be emotional and to take your time.
Glory to God. Bayete! Bula! Viva Africa, viva! Viva Oliver Tambo, viva! Your Excellency, you have outdone yourself. You have captured the core principle of being African. You have expanded the boundaries of South Africa with this award. And I would like to thank you so very much for bringing the spotlight on humanity. Africa is a forest. Africa grows every second, every minute, Africa changes. And with the eyes on South Africa, especially after the Afrophobia attacks, it has been very difficult to travel the world. But with the Mkhaya Awards, the gates of reason, the gates of identity, the gates of unity and peace are once again coming from the South. I am proudly South African. I am honored to dedicate this award to my grandmother, who is 96. She would have been here. I dedicate it to my daughter and to all our grandchildren and the fourth generations coming through, because the Africa they will inherit is not the same as we see it today. The Mkhaya Awards is the spearhead to a changed Africa, economically, spiritually, and socially. We are one. There is no way that I can look at myself and look at the minister in the same eyes ever again, because South Africa has done it again. We have proved that we may not look at each other in the same way, but we share the same ideals, and that is humanity is one. And it all started in Africa, and it will continue to be so. Therefore, there is no other way but to go phambili. Kinako.
Mkhaya, how are you? My fellow Africans, I greet you here tonight imbued with a great sense of pride and humility, proud to have collared the opportunity to become an international cultural ambassador for not, I guess, only South Africa, but all of Africa, and simultaneously humbled by my heritage, born as I was with the African DNA. It, I think, is this amazing DNA that gives people of the African diaspora an immeasurable level of resilience and the spirit that can never be subdued by any kind of human intervention. I think our inborn spirit helped us overcome the dehumanizing effects of slavery, colonization, apartheid, economic exploitation, and still sees us through the current socio-economic challenges that millions, and I mean millions, in Africa still encounter all over the world. And tonight, As we pay tribute to this spirit, I'd like to thank those African pathfinders who have, over the centuries, dedicated their lives to making the future of Africa a landscape of better life experiences filled with the dignity and an unalienable sense of self-worth. To the nominees here tonight, whether you won, whether you're a runner-up, doesn't matter. You are the embodiment of this spirit, the shining light, even in the darkest hours. We salute you, all of you, because you are showing the world that achievement is not an attribute governed by geography or, for the matter of ethnicity. Continue to inspire by sharing your experience and knowledge. To the DHA, the Department of Home Affairs, my favorite department right now, we all thank you for making this auspicious occasion part of our celebration of Ubuntu. Amandla, and thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Pearl Thusi, one of our greatest expos, I think, flying the flag for us overseas.
Indeed, man. So the Honorable Minister, thank you unreservedly once again. We've now got a vote of thanks to deliver. And to deliver that vote of thanks, it's also going to be the final item on our program for tonight. Please welcome on stage the DHA Deputy Minister, the Honorable Ms. Fatima Choed.
Thank you very much, program directors, and what an evening it's been, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll agree with me. A round of applause for all of our winners tonight. On behalf of the South African government, and in particular the Department of Home Affairs, I'd like to take this opportunity to express our deep appreciation to everybody who spent many hard working hours to make this evening possible. First and foremost, to our Minister, thank you very much for your leadership and for making this evening a reality. To our sponsors, Telkom and Gemalto, your sense of social responsibility is trailblazing. A special thanks to the South African Broadcasting Corporation for the live coverage that we've enjoyed this evening, helping us spread the word that South Africa values Ubuntu, hospitality, and friendship above all. Our heartfelt gratitude to all the nominees for allowing us to co-opt them into this noble cause. It is your commitment to the creation of a diverse society at peace with itself that is truly inspirational. To the people out there who took their time to participate in the nomination process, you are an integral part of this event, so thank you to each and every one of you. Our panel of adjudicators, your task could not have been an easy one, considering the quality of nominees, but you've done and outdone yourself. And so I want to specifically call out the names of our adjudicators for acknowledgement. They are Mr. Sikowa, Mr. Richard Mwamba, Ms. Mbokota, Ms. Tandi Moyo, Mr. Victor Homuswana, Mr. Richard Otta, Mr. Bram Hanekom, Mr. Bareng Bato Kotias, Mr. William Okpata, Mr. Clayson Monyela, Professor Zodwa Motsa, and Professor Farid Esak. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. To all of the entertainers, Ali Kiba, Tandiswa Mazwai, Kelly Kumalo, and DJ Zintle. You are all stunning, stunning, stunning entertainers. To the fantastic dancers this evening, you were spectacular. And the musicians, go ahead, the dancers were spectacular. The musicians behind stage, thank you for the smooth sounds. To our celebrity presenters, thank you each and every one of you for your support and for a job well done. To the people who did the hard stuff this evening, the event organizers, as well as the DHA support team, we congratulate you for making this a successful and enjoyable event. To the people who hardly ever get thanked, to our Director General, the Deputy Directors General, to all of the officials of the Department of Home Affairs, we extend our congratulations and thank you for good work done, not just tonight, but also for your professionalism, dedication, and support throughout the year.
That's why I said, shh.
On behalf of the Ministry of Home Affairs, we want to take this opportunity to wish every one of you, ladies and gentlemen, here present today, a happy, peaceful, festive season. To you and to everybody at home, merci beaucoup, obrigado, siyabonga. Baie dankie, shukran jazira, riala boha, en kosi.
Thank you very much for that, Honorable Deputy Minister. And that brings us to the end of our ceremony component tonight. To take us into the entertainment aspects, not that we haven't had entertainment thus far, we've got a very special guest standing by, and it's really going to be amazing. You guys are going to love it. Before we go, though, we've got to say goodbye to everybody that was watching at home. Thank you very much. It's been great. And I'm sure you want to say goodbye to somebody too, right?
Thank you so much. It's been an absolute